Hello, everybody. We are having video editing issues. So these videos won't have an intro. They're just going to be, we're going to talk about it and then it'll end. So, today is Friday and Friday is Q&A day. So, if you are watching my broadpath journey every Monday, we talk about how the week went, the week before went with broadpath, and to kind of give you a little bit of a inside look about what I'm doing. So I do Q&As, and Q&As are done through video comments, email, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So what is the difference between talk time and available time as far as pay for a 1099 position? So people do this a couple of different ways. I've been with Live Ops for a few years, and that is strictly talk time. If you are not talking, you are not making money. So it's very flexible now, but there's no benefits and they don't take the taxes out. However, you have the ability to set your schedule, and really anybody who has family, pet, age needs, medical issues, and does not need the insurance. 1099 is a great way to really get your feet wet. Now, talk time. So, for example, a good talk time is 45 minutes out of every hour. So, you're going to be making a decent check if you do that, irregardless of how much you're paid per minute. So, that is just one way that we do that. Can work for home companies tell if you are hardwired or not? Yes, they can. So, take for example T-Tech. T-Tech, the last time I worked there, was a seasonal position over the fall and winter. And literally the computer would not connect without that hardwire. They know if you're hardwired. And people have been talking a little bit about Wi-Fi extenders and boosters and such. The problem is your speed and your stability are greatly affected depending on how far away you are from that extender. And I know not everybody has their modem and router in the same room that they work from. I do, thank God, so I don't need a long Ethernet cord. But they do make Ethernet cords 100 feet or more, and you may have to do that. Or get a connector and do a couple of smaller in length Ethernet cords. But yes, they can tell. And, this happened at a group I was with. If you are, say, for example, working in the state of Texas and you have the opportunity to go to Florida, please do not take your work equipment. Somebody in one of the groups I'm in was fired. They know. And the reason behind this is that if you work in the state of Florida, they have to pay their share of Florida taxes. Whereas, like in Texas, there is no state income tax. So the taxes look differently. There's a method to the madness about that. So just kind of be aware. I am working 1099. How can I save for retirement? So saving for retirement is just like saving for taxes. Out of every $100 made, you're going to hold X back. And I have long told people that one of the best ways to do things is to hold $30 out of every 100 for your federal taxes. Again, I live in Texas, I don't pay state. You can also go to your bank, talk about money market, CD bonds. I know some people invest in Fundrise, but you really need to talk to a trusted financial individual, which is not Becky. I take care of my finances and I'm responsible for them, good or bad. But talk to your bank. You can also talk to companies like T. Rowe Price as far as setting up a Roth account or 401k or pension or do something like that. How long should my Ethernet cord be? Well, I buy Ethernet cords every 18 months. I have 2 cats. They like to play with them, so it's not always the best shape. So I have 2 100 feet Ethernet cords and a 25-foot Ethernet cord. They are both all in my room. It's just in case I have to move my computer for a reason or anything like that. Let me open this one up. Okay, taxes and 1099. So again, let's talk about taxes. A lot of people that I know when I was working at Live Ops used Intuit's QuickBooks. So Intuit's QuickBooks has a self-employed product that you can buy. You get like the first month free or first month 50% discount or something like that. And you can have your Intuit QuickBooks that holds your income, deductions, expenses, and things like that. It will tell you how much in taxes you owe every month. It will tell you, you can choose annual or quarterly taxes. It will tell you about how much you owe. Depending on the level of plan, it can connect to TurboTax, which is also an Intuit product, and port your information over. So a lot of it is really what product you're going to use. Now, people do ask me about deductions quite a bit. So when I was working from Live Ops, I was working from my bedroom. A certain portion of that room was dedicated just to work. So I took on my taxes 150 square feet because that was about how much out of this room that I was using. I took a portion of the internet bill depending on how many hours out of the month. So let me get my calculator. Say that my internet bill is about $86. And we'll divide that by 30 days. It's $2.87 per day. Okay, and we divide that by 24 hours. So it's 11 or 12 cents an hour. It's really not much. But you do get to take a portion of your internet bill off. If you are using your phone, a portion of your phone is off. Don't be wild and crazy and take it all off, but just take a little bit of it off. And I've done taxes videos too, so just search the channel. What is a zero-based income style? So I have done both zero-based and savings. Zero-based is where you have nothing left. You have budgeted down to the dollar. So take, for example, say that I have $100, whatever, and 75 goes to the rent, and 20 goes to credit card, and then $5 goes to food. So that accounts for every dollar out of that 100. Say, for example, I have $100 and it's $50 for rent, $25 for bills, and $5 for, whatever, debt, food, whatnot. And that leaves $20 left over. So therefore, that's not zero-based, but it's towards savings. Okay, last question of the day. Weekly versus bi-weekly pay. Okay, so I am with Broadpath right now, and that is weekly pay. While the check is smaller, I do appreciate having money every Friday. And some of the people, some of the people have Chime or NetSpend and they get paid on Wednesdays. But for Broadpath, Friday is the payday. Now, bi-weekly, you just got to budget it out a little more to make sure that both those checks are occurring before your next rent payment, credit card payment, internet payment, and that stuff like that. So thank you so much for staying with me, and I will see you later.